Today, I'm sharing an interview with Ken from the Philippines. We recently placed Ken as an appointment setter for a US client of ours 12 days after meeting him. In a second, you'll hear about his journey to get there, how in his last job he built a team from 2 to 17 people, created the systems, trained everyone, all at 21 years old. I'm sharing this interview to give you a real look at the caliber of talent you can find when hiring overseas. And maybe one day we can find your next Ken. All right, let's hop into the interview. Awesome. Well, I'd love for you to walk me through what your journey has been, because I saw you started off doing appointment setting text, moved into executive assistance, then most recently with Amazon customer support. So I'd love for you to walk me through what that journey has been to get to where we are today.
Yeah, that's what's written on my resume. But way before, I've been in the BPO industry. I've been a call center agent for about 2 years, and that's when pandemic happened. So after that, I decided that I want to work at home. I wanted to be able to help out at home and at the same time, earn money. So
Hmm.
yeah, I started off being an appointment setter, and yeah, I started off being an appointment setter for a company called Driving Force Company. They handled chiropractic clinics. I've been with them for like 2 years until they ran out of business. So
Hmm.
yeah, they are a digital marketing company, but at the same time, I've been handling projects with um another client, just an executive assistant. It's like a gig, but I've been with him for like 6 months or so. I've been handling his YouTube account, his Amazon. Most likely, I'm all over the place for him. And with the most recent that I've been with a company in the U.S. still in Southern California on
Hmm.
Home Depot, Amazon. They have their retail stores, and most likely, they sell it on like all platforms. So I'm assigned to their Amazon. I handle all of their customer service messages and as well as their listings. So that's yeah.
Okay, got it. I thought senior customer support sounded like you were customer support for Amazon specifically, but this
Oh
is for an
no,
Amazon company.
yeah, for the store.
Okay. Wow, and you were with them for quite a long time, it seems like.
Yeah, I've been with them with I think that was 3 years.
Okay, so why did that one come to an end?
Well, I'm looking for growth and at the same time some conflict within the company that
Hmm.
I didn't like between the team. So I think I wanted a healthy working environment.
Okay. What was unhealthy about the working environment, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I don't mind. It was the management, my boss, which is also a Filipino. She was micromanaging everyone until
Hmm.
everyone just didn't like how she handled the team, and sometimes she says the things that offends people.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think we didn't like that, so most of us left that company.
Okay, wow. So there was like, how many people were you working with in that?
We're 15 and seven
Wow.
of us. Yeah.
All at once or like staggered?
Yeah, all at once.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. Um, so I'm curious, what does like, because I'm always trying to figure out how to avoid being a
Mhm.
micromanager too. What
Yeah.
do you think that looked like that became an issue for that many people to leave?
Well, I don't mind being micromanaged as long as it's something that would reflect that you're not working or your productivity doesn't add up. But if
Hmm.
you're doing the best that you can, then you're still being, questioned for the things that you do. Then that's something that's like for me, it's not it's like a personal attack rather than
Hmm.
being just managed.
Okay, so it felt like it was more emotional rather than logical.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, interesting. You let the work speak for itself, huh?
Yeah, that's I like my results speak for itself. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So what did a normal day look like for you before you left that company?
Um, I think, yeah, I'm assigned PST, so a normal day, I log in
What is
around
PSD?
8 a.m. I'm sorry.
PSD, you said?
Yeah, PST. It's in Southern California, so
What is, I don't know,
Pacific.
I'm not, is that, oh, PST. Okay, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Pacific
Time zone. Okay,
time.
sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
So yeah, I log in around 8 in the morning, then do all this stuff until around 2 p.m. Then take my 1 hour break and do everything again until 5 p.m.
Okay. And what tasks would you normally have in a
Hmm.
day?
Well, I have a lot of, as I've said, customer support. So with that, I handle customer messages from Amazon, damage complaints, returns,
Hmm.
cancellations. I also handle the listing. So I've checked their sales, see what listing doesn't have much sales, and find a way to boost it, or like find a way to like have more sales. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
yeah, basically I'm all over the place, but I'm more focused on handling customers.
Okay. And I saw on your resume it had the word senior in there. Is that a
Yeah.
promotion you got?
Yeah, that's a promotion I
Okay.
got. So in my department, we're like, I have 4 people, and I'm tenured. So um, I train them, and they ask me for support, and if they couldn't handle this, I gotta take over.
Hmm. Okay. So how far into you working with them was that promotion achieved?
I think that was about a year and a half working with them.
Okay. Do you think that promotion was purely based on your time with them, the year and a half, or was it also that you had like qualities that you think allowed you to become a senior member?
I think that was based on my qualities and the way the results of how I work. Since I'm close with the client, we have a good relationship until now,
Mhm.
and yeah, the way I work is that I try to do everything as much as I could, and then they can see results, since we do like a Santa task, and they receive this. They receive all of the tasks that we do in a daily basis, and they could see everything from there.
Okay, gotcha. And was this with this most recent job we're talking about, the Amazon one, was it all just like chat-based support and like doing clicking
So
buttons, or do you have any call stuff?
yeah, I have calls, I have emails, I have chats. So I'm basically all over the place. I do inbound, I do outbound.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you be doing outbound for?
So for outbound, let's say we're emailing, and I want things to be more personal, and I want things to, yeah, like finish everything in just one call, close everything in one call. You have a damaged product, I want to resolve
Mhm.
it by providing the best solution for your concern. I want to give you a call instead of just giving back and forth. Then it would take hours to do that, and sometimes customers doesn't respond that quickly. So what I'd like to do is give them a call, get everything that I need, and made them feel that I could provide everything that they also need. Then with just one call, I could finish everything and just go from there.
Okay, I like that attitude. Instead of doing the back and forth, you just hop on the phone, huh?
Yeah, I want to finish things quickly.
Yeah, awesome. Did you guys have a CRM to keep everything organized?
Yeah, we do have Asana. We use that as a CRM to keep
Mhm.
everything organized. We use Zendesk as a tool to communicate with customers. We also have the Amazon Seller Central, but basically our CRM isn't integrated all at once. It's website after website after website. So it isn't that organized. But before, I've handled a Go High Level account,
Yeah.
as I've mentioned, as a yeah appointment setter with. There, everything was in one platform, being able to respond to messages and call customers. Everything is in Go High Level, as well as the digital marketing part.
I'd love to hear more about your experience with working in Go High Level, because I know it's a pretty common one, especially for like marketing agencies.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy using it?
Well, I'm proficient with it. I'm not. I can't say that I'm the best in using it, but
Hmm.
I can navigate with the tools. I can build landing pages, sales funnels, automations. I could also, you know, I'm comfortable using the back and forth of communication. Um, yeah, basically, I know the back end of Go High Level, but I know that
Mhm.
it's an ever evolving platform. So every day it changes.
Yeah. What areas specifically in Go High Level do you think you weren't familiar with that you could use some more like practice on?
Probably on the automations part, I wasn't
Yeah.
that good at it since I wasn't handling that part much. But with in terms of landing pages, I've been trained to build one. In terms of we've been using the extension of Go High Level. It's called Eliza
Mhm.
platform. So we've been using that for patient communication. And yeah, I guess everything else I'm comfortable with in terms of marketing, the integration between Facebook and I mean Meta, Instagram, LinkedIn, all at once in Go High Level. I've been handling that, so I don't have any problems with it.
Okay. And was that only text appointment setting? Because your resume said that's like your job title. Did you do any calling for that, or is it just text?
It was yeah, it was a great journey since I started off doing outbound for them. I've been calling multiple clinics, been
Hmm.
being gatekeep by by the receptionist. Yeah, I've started doing that, but I got promoted to being a text
Yeah.
appointment setter since they said that I could handle the volume of texts in a day. um, they have like 30 clinics, and all the messages are coming in from different clinics in one integration. So it was a lot, but yeah, I also got promoted to production. That's why I was able to handle the automations part and the landing pages.
Hmm. Wow, that's awesome. And you said they went out of business?
It's not that they completely ran out of business. Right now they only handle like 5 clinics, so they cut off a lot of people. And
Hmm.
we they have 5 appointment setters, and then they cut 3 off. Then there's 2 of us left, but before the year end they cut me off, so the one ahead of me, a year ahead of me, was the only one who's remaining there right now.
Okay.
It's just that
Why do
their
you think they
marketing.
chose?
Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry, the delay made me cut you off. I said, why do you think
Yeah.
that they went with him instead of you?
um Based on what I've observed, everything that it's who came last goes first.
Mm, mm,
So the other 3 that came before that, was fired before me, was
yeah.
it was according to timeline of how they were hired.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. My question was, in the more recent role, in your senior role, how many people were under you that you were responsible for?
Oh, I'm only responsible for 4 people, but we're a small company in the Philippines. We're only
Yeah,
like 17 people in the company here. They have offices in Vietnam to do all the other stuff. They also have
interesting.
offices in the US. Yeah, but in the Philippines, we're only 17. 4 of them are working under my department. The others are in customer service. The others are in emails and other stores. They handle other stores.
Okay. So for the four that worked directly with you in your department, how do you think they would describe what it's like to work with you?
I think they could say that I'm professional and patient, since I don't usually get mad. I extend all of my patience, and
Hmm.
I try to understand the situation before reprimanding something. So there's a thing that I call a root cause analysis. I got to go to why they did that before I would, I would say anything.
Hmm.
So I got to know the reason first before.
Okay. Professional
Yeah.
and patient. Okay. It was there ever a time where you think you were less patient than you wish you had been and learned from it?
So um, I can't remember, but I usually extend my patience until until its maximum, since I know how to, I know that on the other end, I know how it feels on the other end. As I've
Yeah.
said, that our manager is, being not so patient with us, so I don't want my team to feel that way.
Hmm. Okay. What do you think was the greatest contribution you had to that company that was outside of your normal responsibilities?
Well, that's a really great question. So I was the one. The company
Thanks.
started. Yeah, I was the one who pioneered the account. We started as just two of us in the Philippines working for them.
Wow.
Then we grew the team up to 17 headcounts, and I know it's not a lot, but
I would consider that a good amount, especially from two.
yeah, from two, I had to learn everything. There's no training. You had to figure everything out on your own. And
Hmm.
by handling technical support, like how to fix a range hood, how to fix a bathtub, or how to fix damaged countertops, and those we had to figure out on our own, and we had to
Hmm.
imagine things, since most of that stuff we don't have here in the Philippines. So it's most of it's more on research, and having to watch videos on YouTube and Google.
So what was the process like when you were faced with something like that you didn't know anything about?
It was difficult, but at that time I was determined to figure things out, and I was 21 years old that time, so I was really hungry to do to be able to be on top, and
Hmm.
I was really, I really wanted to be able to share my knowledge to those people that would come after me. So that's why I created the SOPs. I created some processes
Wow.
that they are, they're still using until now.
Were you asked to do that, or is that something you took the initiative to do on your own and step up?
I wasn't asked, but I didn't like what they have first, since it
Hmm.
was not organized. They do not have an emailing system. They do not have macros. They do not have SOPs. So I had to make one to make sure that whoever comes after me would wouldn't have such a hard time to learn
Hmm.
stuff. So I had to create videos after videos on how to do this, how to do that. Then create a document afterwards.
That's awesome. And I'm sure that was pretty well received by your management.
Yeah, yeah, they appreciate that, and they thanked me for that. And before I left, they didn't really want to let me go, but I was saying I was looking for growth. I was looking for a much healthier environment, and yeah, that's it.
No, I understand why you didn't enjoy the management that you had, the overbearingness, but you keep saying growth. You were looking for growth. What does that mean to you? What does growth look like?
Growth, I think for me, it's not just about leading a team, and it's not just about being on top, but I think personal growth, and not just professional growth, but doing something that you know I was being stagnant at that time. So I'm looking for something that would make me explore things, things that
Mm,
I didn't learn before. That's why I'm as I've said, I'm really open to learning new things, and being able to you know grow my skills and my personality as a person, and see what I've been lacking before, and probably figure it out in an environment that I haven't been before.
yeah. Okay. Well, what do you think would an ideal environment like that look like to you?
That I don't know yet. I could cross the bridge when I get there, but ideally, yeah,
Well,
ideally,
I
I
just wouldn't want to
think,
put you in a place where you feel stagnant and like are in,
oh no,
where you're like, oh, I've done this before, sort of thing, you know?
oh no, I'd like doing that, but at the same time, it's a new environment. Um, this is all new to me, so you're not putting me on the spot.
Okay. Who do you think's the best leader you've had in your career so far?
Hmm, that's a really great question.
Thanks.
I think, yeah, it was a manager before. As I've said, I was in a BPO industry, so
Yeah.
there was a manager there. I was young, and he trained me. He was patient with me. I was on the process of learning. I'm still new to the job, but he can see potential in me. So all of his words for me are like praises, and I really like the way he lead with a positive attitude. So for me, that was really nice, and I really looked up to him until now. So I still stay connected with him.
Oh,
I
awesome.
sometimes catch up. Hey, how are you? And how are things?
Were there any lessons from him you took away into your own management when you were in that senior role?
Yeah, that was the patient that I had and he had with the team. So yeah, back when he was manager, there was a lot of problems going on.
Okay, that's
Clients,
how you learned it.
yeah, that's where I learned it, and the knowing that to figure out what's the problem of things before doing anything stupid first. So that's what I got from him.
Okay, gotcha. Is there a moment in your career so far that you would say you're not proud of?
I can't. I think I don't, since even the small things, even the failures, I'm proud of it. It made me who I am today. I've got a lot of failures. I've got a lot of like problems before, but in terms of my career, I'm proud of everything that I've learned, though it isn't much yet. But everything that I've learned through the process, I'm proud of it.
Hmm. So, what do you see for yourself in the next couple of years?
I probably want to stay with just one company for a long term. I'm looking for a
Hmm.
long term kind of job, and I really
Wonderful.
want to see, yeah, myself in that environment.
Okay. Could you see yourself back into a leadership role of sorts again?
I don't mind, but yeah, I don't mind being a leader. And if I were given a position like that, I'd step up for it. But whatever is being thrown at me, I do it professionally. I do it with my best and just do it with my all.
Huh. Okay. I'm curious. Why do you say I don't mind instead of yes? Is there some hesitation there?
Yeah, there's a bit of hesitation
Okay.
since it's a completely new environment, and sometimes when a new leader comes in and there's people that are already there and wasn't leader, they question who is this guy and
Hmm.
what can this guy do. So there's a lot of pressure in it.
Okay.
Unlike
So
you
down
being
the line,
able
though,
to learn.
in the next couple of years, once you get accustomed to the new environment, could you see yourself then being a leader?
Yeah, yes, that's a
Okay.
big yes. I want to learn things first before I become, I'd be on top and be questioned with my every move.
Yeah. That's a very thoughtful approach. I like that. You're very good at empathy, Ken. I've noticed. You're a very empathetic
Yeah,
person.
I think that's what customer service got me.
Wonderful. A lot of people don't have that. Um, awesome. Well, Ken, that's all the questions I had for you today, man. Like I said, just a way for me to get to know
I
you a little
appreciate
bit. I'll be sending this interview off to the client and see if they want to schedule a follow-up with you. Are there any final questions you have for me?
your time as well. No, I don't have any other questions. I appreciate the opportunity and everything else. I guess we'll just keep in touch.
Awesome, Ken. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much.